Ladies, gents, thanks again for checking in. I just thought I'd have a wee chat to you about what makes my channel different. And the reason I'm doing this is because there are some amazing, absolutely amazing YouTube creators out there who are already covering squad, who are already covering things like the Hunter Call of the Wild. I just thought I'd do a quick video and explain who I am, where I'm from, and the reasons why it might be a little bit interesting to tune into me. So as you can hear, I've got quite a strong accent. My accent's from just outside Belfast in Northern Ireland. I grew up there for a number of years, but I've been living in England for the last 20 years. So my accent has actually went quite soft, believe it or not. Why was I in England? Well, I was in the British Army. I spent 12 years in the British Army. I served in Iraq and Afghanistan, multiple tours. I was in the regiment that's called the Royal Artillery, and my job within that regiment was I was part of the fire support teams. So our job was to coordinate the artillery, the mortars, the attack aircraft, the attack helicopters. We were to create the big bangs that you see on the battlefield, and this was a highly pressured, kind of really challenging job because any mistake in the figures that we give to the aircraft, to the artillery, or to the mortars, that would mean that those bombs would land dangerously close to myself, to my friends, and to the infantry troops that I was supporting. So I went forward with the infantry and called in all of these different assets. It was on my second tour of Afghanistan. I had an experience that would change and impact my life forever. One of my pals was sadly caught up in an explosion. Sadly, we lost him on that day. As part of the action to get my friend and to try to save him, I received the nation's second highest award for gallantry. I was awarded it by the Queen. It's the award one below the Victoria Cross. And coming from a military family, four generations on two separate branches of my family, this was huge and significant, but it was also a devastating day for me, a day that would change my life forever. So fast forward a couple of years later, I was teaching new recruits in a place called Army Foundation College, Harrogate. It was towards the end of the training cycle, so these young soldiers, they were already trained. We were just confirming that they were ready to go into the full-time military. And I was up a hill in Scotland with them. I was observing them as they were digging their shell scrapes and getting ready for the night ahead. I was stood talking to one young soldier. I turned to talk to another one, and I heard a loud crack. And I had never broken a bone before in my life, but I realised straight away that the fib, the outside bone in the lower part of my leg, it had splintered from knee to ankle. And because I was wearing all of that weight on my back, all of my equipment, the other bone, the tib, it continued to break all the way from knee to ankle. I was laid on the ground, reverse turtle. My arms were out to the side. I couldn't lift myself up. My foot was twisted underneath my face. I knew straight away I was in big trouble. So we got carried off the hill. It took 2.5 hours to get to the nearest hospital. The surgeon had a look at my leg and decided he could do a bit of work with it, and he pinned the leg back, the foot back onto the bottom of my leg. What I didn't know was I had suffered a lot of nerve damage. I had trashed the nerves in and around the ankle area. And as the weeks went on, and I went through my rehabilitation and all of my physiotherapy sessions, we realised that things were not going as we intended to go. There was something fundamentally wrong with my foot. It was constantly blue. I had no circulation in it. I'd be getting cold injuries. And it got to the point where I got diagnosed with something called complex regional pain syndrome. This basically meant that I would never walk again. My career in the armed forces was over, and there was a high likelihood that they were going to amputate my leg at one point. They told me that this was no longer a case of treating and making my leg better, it was a case of management. I went on to tons of prescription medication. This prescription medication was devastating to me as an individual because one of them was an anti-epileptic drug, which absolutely messed up my brain's function. So sometimes I say the wrong words in sentences. My brain really struggles to communicate with itself and to communicate with the parts of my body, so my coordination is absolutely shot. The other one was an antidepressant, which was incredible with nerve pain. However, the downsides of it was my days would just become a grey mist. I had no idea what I had done through the day. My short-term memory, absolutely corrupt, and I just became a different person. Eventually, they decided I was going to need some invasive surgery, and they actually put in something that's called a spinal stimulator. They hardwire a small computer into your spinal cord, and this modulates the signals from your brain to your foot. It interrupts them slightly. Whilst the pain isn't brilliant, it makes it a lot better. And it was in and around this period that I actually started computer gaming. I played War Thunder. I played it on a really basic laptop. I had as high a settings as I possibly could. However, it was only about 20 frames per second. And this gave me a bit of a release. This distracted me from the levels of pain I was in. With complex regional pain syndrome, it's one of the worst pains known to man. So it was very important I could distract myself at this point. What also came around was a large sporting event called the Invictus Games. You might have heard of it before. It's like a school sports day, but for wounded, injured and sick soldiers all over the world. I applied for this. I was really, really fortunate. I got picked to shoot for the archery team. And not only did I get picked to shoot for the archery team, I got picked to captain the recurve part of the archery team. And it was at the Invictus Games where I realised the impact that having short-term goals, little goals, could have on your mental well-being and your ability to face up to day-to-day tasks. It was overwhelming. I went to the Invictus Games. I shot really well. I got picked for the team as well, part of the British team. And in the team event, we managed to finish in first place. So I picked up 1 gold medal. And in the individual event, I shot in the final, and I was pipped to the post by my buddy Dave. I came second in that there. So gold and silver from the Invictus Games. I am now still happily married. I have 2 beautiful young kids. Gaming for me is an absolute release. I believe that resilience, for us to be at our best, we have to be mentally and physically our best as well. And one of the things that helps me stay mentally agile is gaming. I play lots of video games. I play DCS, I play Squad, I play War Thunder, I also play the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I'm hoping to bring all of my experiences of playing these games to the screen and maybe encourage some other people who are sitting watching YouTube who are thinking that they want to take it up to absolutely take it up. It is superb. So why do I think you should watch me on Squad? Well, I think it's going to be quite humorous because you know what? With my coordination, with my communication, I'm pretty pants. I have the odd minute of inspiration, but on the whole, it's pretty rubbish. I am the average player playing Squad. I don't squad lead, and the reason why is because I honestly believe it is harder to squad lead on this game than it is in real life. I am not kidding you. It is so much more simple in real life to lead. I might do it in the future if that's what you guys want to see, but oh my goodness, it breaks my heart. It really does challenge me. So I think it's going to be funny. 1, because I have all of these experiences as a British soldier. 2, because of the fact I was awarded the Conspicuous Gallantry Cross. Actually, some of the British soldiers in Call of Duty have been awarded the same award as me. And 3, just because you'll get to see me being absolutely owned by noobs. If I roll out standard British tactics that we would do in real life on this game, I will get ruined. So I think it's going to be quite funny. So guys, please comment below. I want to know why you game. What got you to this position? Has it impacted your life? Is it something that really gives back to you? I want to thank you for all checking in today. I hope to see you very soon. Please check me out. I'm normally on PA1, PA2, Project Awesome servers, and I'll catch you on the other side. Please say hi if you see me playing. Have a good one. Bye.